will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Please stand by. The live event will begin shortly.
Good evening, everyone. This is Charlton D'Souza, President of Passengers United. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We are so honored to have all of you here today. Boy, oh boy, it has been a crazy bunch of days, guys. But on a serious note, we have to talk about some serious issues. So before we start the show, a couple of things I want to say. Please share the link of this YouTube video, of this YouTube live on your Twitter page, your Instagram page, your Facebook page. Invite your friends and family right now. And if you're a New York City transit worker, we want to hear from you. You don't have to tell us your name, just call in. And NYPD police officers, MT police officers, our state troopers. If you want to call in on the show, feel free to. and we're going to be talking about a lot tonight. So right now, man, oh man, I've been out there. I was just at Penn Station. First, I was at Grand Central. Then I went to Penn Station. I was shaking hands with the National Guard members, state troopers, and MT police, and it was, just talking to them. And they're so dedicated to what they do, guys. So I want to make something very clear on the show. So Passengers United, all these years, we had been calling for more National Guard. We were calling for the state troopers to come into the subway system and the bus system. What we didn't know was that the governor was then going to use them as props for bag searches and to do bag searches in subway stations. So I want to make something very clear. We at Passengers United are very concerned about that, because let's say you're coming down the subway station, you're getting ready to tap your Omni or swipe your Metro card. You come into the system, and what do you see? You could be maybe the 8th person or the 9th person or the 10th person, and let's say if there's a white woman in front of you and behind you is you, and so it might seem like racial profiling, because then you're like, wait a minute, you didn't search that white woman, but now you're asking me to open my bag. And what I did see today that's concerning, normally when the NYPD searches bags, they don't really open the bags. They just use a strip and they put it in a machine it's like an explosive detector. So they just swab your bag. However, what I saw today was MT police officers opening bags and going through the bag. And everybody's like, well, at Penn Station, there were thousands of people going through there. So in the time that they were searching one individual, maybe 50 people had passed through them. So I could see that being a major civil rights issue, and that's, with the Fourth Amendment. So guys, let's all think common sense 101. What do we need the MTA to do? We need the MTA. Are we having any audio issues? I just want to make sure the audio is working, guys. Hope so. So the audio is good? Okay, so what we need the MT police, the state troopers, our National Guard people to do is we need them to patrol the subway cars, especially overnight. They should be at Jamaica Center. They should ride the E-train, the Homeless Express. They should be on the R train, the Romeo at Bay Ridge, because we've been getting a lot of complaints over there. 110th Street, there's an open-air drug market going on the 2 and 3 line. That's where they should be. 27th and 7th, there's another drug market going on at that subway station. They should also be at 34th Street Herald Square, at the 35th Street Passageway, and the passageway that leads you to the PAT train. So what we're saying is, yes, we want National Guard, we want state troopers, and we want more police, but use them effectively. You don't need 7 cops at a table searching a bag, every 10 times. That's a waste of deployment, guys. And it's going to create problems for the police department as well. So all these laws, so you're probably wondering, Charlton, why are we in this place? Why are we here in the first place? So let me break down what our crazy elected officials have been doing. And guys, it's all the elected officials. They don't ride the subway system. They don't come down here. And I have, I'm not happy with Jano Lieber, because Jano Lieber keeps coming on the news and he keeps saying, oh, the subways are safe. They're safe. Come on down. Guys, they're not safe. And if the subways are so safe, as Jano Lieber is saying, you know what, Jano? Why don't you come down without your security detail and ride the subways, right? Because if it's good for us, right, why isn't it good for you without your security detail? I offered to take Jano Lieber and the others on a nightly tour to show them what was going on a year ago. They refused to do it. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, man. And then the other issue is the governor. Oh boy, she's a trip and a half. So on Wednesday, we had a rally outside our office with transit employees. Now, I am furious with Local 100. Do we want to play that video with Robert Kelly? Let's play that video. We're about to show you a video of Robert Kelly. Now, there was a station agent who was assaulted at Wall Street about 2 weeks ago, and she was beaten up, and it took police a while to come. We're going to talk about the slashing of the conductor at Rockaway Avenue in a second. But Right now, transit workers are not safe in the subway system. And what's getting me mad is where the hell has Local 100 been? Local 100 has been playing games, they've been doing things, and they're saying, oh, we did this. So Robert Kelly is the vice president of stations for New York City Transit. And when the station agents were being taken out of the booth, when I was at the public hearing, I told all of them, I said that would be a horrible thing to do. Now, guys, if you're older, it becomes an issue if you're an older station agent. But if you're a young station agent, and you have the energy, and some station agents want to be out of the booth, and that's fine, right? But they should have the option to be inside if they don't want to go outside. And the station agents need to have working walkie-talkies, radios that work. They should have mace. They really should have things to protect them. I would even suggest a bulletproof vest for them. And even for the cleaners. Oh, and cleaners, I did not forget you. I love our CTAs. They're wonderful people. And our CTAs, they do so much of work because they have to clean up urine, blood. They're picking up needles off the tracks. So, the governor's, this whole thing, the press conference the governor had, she had it at the Rail Control Center. So if the subways are so safe, why did the governor have a press conference at the Rail Control Center at RCC? Why wasn't she in the trenches with the transit workers? And why couldn't she have a press conference at 34th Street Herald Square in the mezzanine by 35th Street over there, where the drugs are going on, where the drug markets are going on? Oh no, Kathy Hochul doesn't want to be bothered coming down. So I've been very upset with what's going on with Robert Kelly, because the union and Local 100 is the reason why all of us are in this mess. And guys, you're probably saying, oh, Charlton, why are you throwing Local 100 under the bus? Because they are the union for transit workers. And 2 years ago, I spoke to the union. I told them that there was a crisis going on. So guys, when I asked Robert Kelly what was going on in stations, before we even show you the video, so and you guys may have seen the other video we posted, I think it was about 2-3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, the video with Robert Kelly. All of you saw that. But what y'all didn't know about that video was the day that Trammell got assaulted, the night that Trammell got assaulted on the subway, Trammell Thompson. The next day, the union, TWU Local 100, had a press conference with Riders Alliance. And all of you transit workers who work very hard, and all of you do, your part of your dues and the money that's taken from your dues, the Local 100 is giving it to Riders Alliance. So why don't we just go back to Robert Kelly? Because this video you're about to see of Robert Kelly, this was after the Riders Alliance press conference. Jack, why don't you play it?
Why is it that we didn't put the station agents out of the booth?
Why are you so concerned about it? Why are you so concerned about saving the station agents' jobs?
Right. Chris is right there. You don't know who I am.
I don't know who you are. I don't even care who you are. Right. You don't even care about the agents. You don't even know what their job is. You don't even know the fact that they're getting ready to move their job. You don't care about that. You just want press.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You said everything. You did everything on the ground. Right. Right. Right.
Come out today, you're going to come out tomorrow.
Right. Right.
Right?
Okay.
The show is over.
Okay. So guys, that's coming from the union, guys.
Coming from Robert Kelly, Vice President, that saved the station agent's job. This clown here knows nothing about him and would like them to lose their jobs. He just wants press. The clown today, I'm waiting for his shoes to explode.
So let me ask you something.
I don't speak to clowns.
Okay. All right. So that's that.
Wait, and there's more. There's more now. So now watch what he says. Play the whole thing, Jack. Let everybody see the whole thing.
No,
there's
that's what
more
we
to it.
had. I think that was everything.
That was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's everything.
So, guys, this is what we're dealing with in subways. This is the thing we're dealing with. He knows I'm an advocate. He knows I'm out there, Robert Kelly. Why would Robert Kelly say something like this to me? And why is it that the station agents, and Robert Kelly keeps saying, oh, we saved the station agents' jobs. We saved their jobs. So you're going to risk a station agent's life for $1. $1. What in the hell's going on in New York City Transit, guys? And I know we run Passengers United. We serve the passengers, but we have to get involved in the union issues. Because if the workers in New York City Transit are not getting the support from their union, and they're getting assaulted and they're getting beaten up, do you really think the MTA is going to go on a limb to protect the passengers? No, the passengers are suffering right now. Everyone's suffering. Everyone. It's not safe down there. You have individuals on the trains, you have EDPs, emotionally disturbed people. They're defecating, urinating, shooting up drugs on the trains. In the morning, you see feces and urine on the seats. That is no way, no train operator, station agent, or cleaner should have to deal with the conditions we're dealing with right now in New York City Transit. Or passengers. The passengers like us, we're paying a lot of money to use that system. We're working, very hard, and we got to deal with this crap. And then we have Jano Lieber saying, oh, the subways are safe. The subways are safe. And then he tries to discredit everything I say. And the MT has been on a campaign to discredit our organization. And I am outraged with them. Outraged with them. I expect better from them. And here's the thing. So now you have Riders Alliance. They haven't done anything. They don't go to meetings, okay? We go to all the meetings. And then they're going to come out. So do y'all remember the incident at the Grand Avenue subway station when I was there? So 2 years ago, a homeless man was stabbed at the Grand Avenue subway station. The community had asked us to come out there. We came out there. We did an emergency press conference. I was there with the Guardian Angels. And those people were devastated. I mean, they were devastated. Everyone was petrified. So I was on WNBC News. I was there. And, I spoke to the media. I said what needed to be said. And what happened later on the 11 o'clock news? So they played my soundbite, and then they played the soundbite of Danny Pearlstein. And what does Danny Pearlstein say? We couldn't have hundreds of thousands of police in the subway. Danny, I never said that. What did I say? I said we have 472 stations. We need 500 police, or 400 was what we were calling for at the time, and that's not even enough. But the NYPD right now is going through a severe shortage. They're going through a morale. So everywhere in the city right now, morale is at an all-time low. And I blame the elected officials for it. But we're going to play you what Riders Alliance said 2 years ago if it's ready. Let's play it, Jack. Ready? About to play it any second now. And I want y'all to listen to this, because this is how it started. And you guys are in for a surprise. We've got more to show you. Did I have it? So guys, the call-in number is 929-529-2464. And I would suggest that all of you call in. And we want to hear from transit workers. You don't have to. You don't have to give us your full name. Just tell us what department you work in if you want, and what the issues are. We want to hear from our passengers, because we're having issues all over the subway system. We're getting a lot of complaints. But what the passengers and all of us need to realize, we have to support our transit workers, because they're out there on the front lines. And if transit workers are getting assaulted and bus drivers are getting assaulted, you know what happens? We don't have bus drivers. We don't have station agents. We don't have cleaners. And then people want to know why we're waiting on trains. Oh, so we have a call?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay, let's take this call while Jack is looking for the video. Let's take it.
Hello, who is this?
Hello, this is Evangeline Byers, train operator, New York City Transit.
Okay, can you just hold on while we play the Riders Alliance video? Jack, let's play it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to play it right now, because I want you to listen to this as well, Mrs. Byers. Ready, Jack? Play it.
To death while waiting on a platform is now the latest victim of crime in the New York City subways. Now his killing is prompting new calls for more police underground. News 4's Checky Beckford is live at the site of the early morning murder at the Grand Avenue station in Queens. Checky.
Well, Natalie, I don't know if you can see the remnants of the crime scene taped from earlier this evening. A group gathered here concerned about what they say has been an increase in crime in the subway. Now, a riders advocacy group says despite what happened today, they're taking the NYPD's low crime stats at face value and that riders should feel safe in the subway.
Murder underground. That's what riders here at the Grand Avenue station woke up to Friday.
I've been living in Massillon for years, and to hear about something like this today, I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
Police say a man was stabbed to death in the Elmhurst subway in what some cite as another sign that the system is not safe.
I ride the subway system overnight. You know how many fights I've had to break up? You know how many assaults I've seen?
Rider and activist Charlton D'Souza says stats by the NYPD showing subway crime is in fact at its lowest in years don't tell the whole story. He echoes calls by the MTA and its workers union to add more police above and beyond the more than 600 recently deployed.
We need 1,000 additional transit police officers or NYPD or state troopers.
But Riders Alliance, a grassroots commuter group, disagrees. They say the subway is safe and more police are not needed.
We couldn't find the tens of thousands of police officers that would be required to keep an eye on every subway platform and every train car. It needs to be New Yorkers looking out for one another and keeping one another safe in transit.
Danny Pearlstein says he feels safe riding the trains with his 3-year-old and believes the focus should be on improving service, not scaring riders. But many riders and workers say they don't feel safe. Thursday alone, the MTA says 4 subway workers were attacked in one day, in addition to nearly 200 who have been harassed or assaulted since the year began.
And all of a sudden she turned around. She tried to push me into the train tracks.
Rider Ashley Manchala says both she and her mother were attacked in separate incidents in recent weeks. Neither reported the attacks.
Another guy, he went after my mom, and he actually got physical with her to the point that 5 men had to escort him off of the train. I don't know what they plan on doing, but they need to do something.
And the Riders Alliance says what should be done is to add more staffing to MTA workers' numbers to help make them feel safer. And they say more social services to help take care of the mental health illness and also the homelessness issue in the subway. We're live in Elmhurst tonight. Checky Beckford, News 4, New York.
All right, guys, so you just saw that video. That's just one video from 2 years ago. Now, let's flash back. We're going to come back to that call in a second because I want her to hear this too. So why don't we flash back now to what happened yesterday in the New York Times. Let's pull up that New York Times article because I want people to see the hypocrisy that's going on right now. Y'all need to see and we need to, as riders, as people who live in the city, we need to start protesting and calling these people out. I've had it up to y'all. I really have. And the union should be ashamed to even be associated with this. All right, so it's going to be coming up in a few seconds, and we're going to look at the New York Times article. So Danny Pearlstein was quoted, and this was an article written by Anna Lee. So National Guard and State Police will patrol the subways and check bags, right? So go down, and I want to show you all the article. So did you want me to read the article or just support that? Yeah,
Just get to the point.
Yeah, we'll just get to the point. So let's go down. You guys can all see it. And you have to go, where is it? I think you have to go up, Jack. It's up. I think it's further up. It's further up. Oh, it's right there? Okay. All right, guys, here we go. So I'll just read the part where Eric Adams said. So he said, we don't have a surge in crime, Mr. Adams said. We have a surge in... So we have that, and then you see where it says transit experts. They're calling them transit experts. Give me a break. Transit experts worry that the extra vigilance in the subways could have the opposite of its intended effect, making riders more fearful rather than reassured. And this is, they quoted Danny Pearlstein. Listen to this. Deploying troops to the subway will unfortunately increase the perception of crime, said Danny Pearlstein, a spokesman for the Riders Alliance, a transit advocacy group. Yeah, give me a break. The police can't solve every problem. Guys, transit workers have been assaulted. A transit worker was almost murdered. A conductor was murdered, almost murdered. He could have died. If that doctor was not on that train at Rockaway Avenue, that conductor would have died. And your hard-earned money is going to Riders Alliance. Need I say more? Do you want to show them the other article? Because, guys, I'm at my breaking point with a lot of the stuff that's going on now. I really am, guys. And you know what? We're going to start calling them out now. We got to hold the union accountable. This is, and not only the union, but the passengers. Y'all all, employees, everyone. We got to get together. This is nuts. This is nuts. So, at Passengers United, we're all volunteers. We don't want the union's money. We don't want anyone. We don't want your money for transit workers. And we will do a better job for you than the union and everyone else could. And that's the truth in the matter. And that needs to be said. Because, you know, it's just getting out of control. So we're going to pull up another article, and then we're going to go to the caller, and we're going to get her take on this. Because I need her to talk about this. She was at the rally, and Jack's going to play some video from the rally as well. We'll play that. You see it? Where is it? So Jack's pulling up the information. You have it ready?
Almost.
It's a tweets. It's a tweets.
This is from Pearlstein directly,
Yeah,
or the Riders
tweets.
Alliance?
Yeah, the tweets. His tweets. Just look at his tweets. I want people to see this. It's his tweet. Let people see this crap. And he's pulling it up. Give us a second, guys. So, you know, we just need everyone to get involved. We had a rally Wednesday. It was a huge success. We're going to have another rally tomorrow, which we're working on. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. It's on his page. I sent it to you on Messenger. You didn't use it right there. Okay. So now we're about to pull up the tweet. Let's pull it up. Yep. Okay. So we're disturbed to see Kathy Hochul deploy the National Guard to check bags in subway entrances as a core part of her safety response. A measure that evokes stop and frisk and will undoubtedly target black and brown riders. Get the other tweet. Pull up the other one. The one that he said where riders will get scared. Let's pull that one up. Because I want people to see this. I sent it to you on Messenger. It's on Messenger. Just go to Messenger. It's all there. So guys, this is the hardships of doing a live show. It is hard to do a live show where we are on a few second delay. So while Jack's trying to pull it up, it's there. You don't see, that's it. Yep. Okay. So in 2022, Riders Alliance published. Give it a second. Let's come up with a big screen because I can't see it. Yeah, it'll come up on a second. There we go. So in 2022, Riders Alliance published their public safety plan, which gives our leaders actionable steps to address the root cause of the problems facing our transit system. So that's some transportation alternatives. Now look what Riders Alliance says. The Riders Plan for Public Safety is a collection of comprehensive policy recommendations to create a safe, inviting environment for subway riders. It's all bull, okay? And a few years ago, when the MT was trying to hire the 500 police officers, they were against that. And they rioted inside 2 Broadway at MT headquarters. I remember that, because I was there. And it was their people with Riders Alliance shirts on. This is why people are angry. People are, we've had enough of this nonsense. And there's going to be a rally tomorrow. Why don't we pull up the poster of the rally for tomorrow? Let's show that to everyone. So there's going to be a rally tomorrow that's being held. But like I said, everyone's going to come out. And if you can't make the whole rally, that's fine. I just need you at the governor's office. So transit workers and riders demand safe subways and buses. An injury to one is an injury to all rally. TA Surface, RTO, MT private bus lines, LIR is going to be there, stations, Mastoa, Car Equipment Division, everyone's going to be there. So I need all the passengers to come out and support these transit workers. We all need to come together. This is Friday, March 8, 2024, tomorrow at 4 p.m. And they're meeting at 525 11th Avenue, the Quill Depot, and then they're going to march to the governor's office. So if you can make it at 4 p.m., I would just say get to the governor's office. You want to be there by 4:30, and that's at 633 3rd Avenue, which is by, 38th Street or 40th?
40th Street.
40th Street. All right, so now we have our first caller. So why don't you take it away, tell us what's really going on. And did you want to show the quick video of the rally? Why don't we just...
She's been waiting for a long time.
Okay, so yeah, let's get on. Yeah, sure.
All right, so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So my name is Evangeline Byers. I'm a train operator at New York City Transit. And I'm also a candidate for president of TWU Local 100. We are outraged at what is happening right now in the subway system. And it's not just right now, what's happening all the time. The other day when our brother was stabbed in the neck, which was an attempted murder, we did not get a notification from anyone. We weren't told anything by the MTA. We weren't told anything by a union. Someone actually leaked the photo to us, and that's how we realized how severe this assault was. When we first heard it, they said somebody was assaulted on the A line. We were thinking, on the A and C line, we were thinking, someone probably was spit on, maybe a customer was, being verbally abusive, but we had no clue that our brother was stabbed. When we found out that he was stabbed, everybody went into a panic, became very, very concerned about his condition, how he was. Once we knew that he wasn't going to pass away and that, he was going to survive, we sort of calmed down a little bit. However, the people who worked that line, around 8 o'clock in the morning, they began requesting safety dispute resolution forms because the person who committed the act was not apprehended. And a safety dispute resolution form is what you ask for when you are unsafe or you're asked to work or do something that may jeopardize your safety. So our workers asked for that, and the MTA put out a number of statements that were misleading and untrue about what was going on. Instead of alerting the public to say, there's a delay in service due to, an employee injury or an employee being assaulted, however they wanted to word it to let the riding public know that there's a delay in service due to an attack on a transit worker, and we're experiencing delays in service, they chose to tell the riding public that there was a crew shortage, that there was a shortage of workers and of operators, and that was not true, right? And by putting out that narrative to the public, it makes it a more hostile environment. If you would have saw that platform, and matter of fact, it was Riders Alliance that was actually shooting the video and saying, we're the workers, you're saying it's a crew shortage, we see a train right here in the middle. And they were all agitated, even Riders Alliance, because of the false information and misleading information that was given to the public.
Jack, do we have that tweet? Because I think we do have that tweet on the day it happened. Danny Polstein, You'll have to go back to that day. Yeah, keep going. Keep talking.
Right. So that's what occurred. And so as transit workers, we're tired of it. We decided to come together and put this and start this movement, because it's not just a one and done. It's not just going to be a rally tomorrow and then you never hear from us again. Everybody goes home and be quiet. This is a very, very serious issue for myself and all of my coworkers. We want to make it home to our families. We don't want to leave out in a body bag at transit. The unsafe conditions, working conditions, and assaults are at an all-time high. There was a time in labor when if you got injured on a job, all work stopped. Nothing else happened, right? People went on strike for safety issues. And what I'm seeing today is that we're putting our employers are putting service over safety, and that's exactly what's happening at the MTA. So we're not taking it anymore. We're not going to just keep moving our trains and buses and cleaning the subways and attending to customers and making sure that everything goes okay if we are not assured that all efforts are being put in place to make sure that we're safe. Another issue regarding this is the fact that New York City Transit is the largest transportation system in the United States. Okay? We have millions of tourists that come here every year just to ride the subway and to go through the subway system and to experience the subway, and for us not to take every priority to keep the subway safe, not only for our own, but for the other people who are visiting here. That is the height of the dereliction of duty.
So,
and
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So there's a couple of things. We're showing it up on the screen now. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but this is the tweet that Danny Polstein posted on the day that our brother was slashed on that A train at Rockaway Avenue. So while y'all all were trying to get safety dispute resolutions, because obviously the suspect was still on the loose, this is what Danny Pearlstein was saying. And this was even after people told him what happened on that A train at Rockaway Avenue. So this is what he said. It's bad. If there's a crew shortage, then why is this train on the center track being moved to the yard? Is that really the priority right now? So this is the same Danny Pearlstein who complained and said we don't need police on the subway. This is what it is. Did you want to show them the other tweet? Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, so Mr. Pearlstein is out of control, but I also want us to understand something. Right now, what Governor Hochul just did is a temporary fix. On Tuesday, along with Riders Alliance, Passengers United, myself, Charleston, and his vice president, along with some transit workers, did a press conference at the governor's office, calling for what we wanted to see as solutions. However, what the governor did do, which we have to say that she did listen to us, and is by deploying the National Guard. However, that is a temporary fix. That's a temporary fix. That is not the solution. The solution to this is to bring back the 4,000 transit police that were taken away and to reopen every transit station in the system, right, where the police officers will report.
So
and
hold
to
on.
return.
Mrs. Byers, so when Mayor Giuliani was the mayor back, in the 90s, he merged the transit police into NYPD. So just to give our viewers, for those of you who don't know, so when the transit police was merged into the NYPD, the numbers started shrinking in transit. And now I think transit is down by 4,000 officers. That's a lot of police officers. And remember, there's 472 stations, but you also had special units. You had the plainclothes unit, transit had their own ESU unit, and I think at that, they were bigger than the MT police, So, and they actually were the first ones, when William Bratton was the commissioner of transit police. they actually got the newer weapons. They had better weapons than the NYPD had, and they also had they were doing like mobile arrest trucks and all that. So now NYPD years later, 20, 30 years later, everything is deteriorated. And what's happening now because of the bail reform laws, all these laws that the elected officials have passed in Albany and our city, it's really tied the NYPD's hand. So Chief Kemper of the New York City Transit Police, he keeps saying that we have repeat criminal offenders. We keep relocking up the same people over and over again. So the musician who was attacked at 34th Street was hit with a bottle by a woman. The NYPD arrested that woman. And guess what happened? That lady was released without bail. She's back on the street. And then guess what she did? She got rearrested for stealing an expensive baseball bat. You can't make this stuff up, guys. This is what's happening in our city. Now, why don't we just play a quick snippet of that, and then we'll get back to you. Let's just play that. Or you can just play me or whatever, just so people can see what went on. Thank you.
I want the governor to open up her office to the people who are being affected, instead of the puppets who go and misrepresent our cause. She needs to talk to the people before she makes decisions. You cannot make decisions for people that you don't talk to, who you don't even converse with, but you want us to continue to support you and put you in office. She needs to have a town hall where she hears from the rank and file of the city, of those who are being affected. And again, we, the rank and file of New York City Transit, have been calling for the reinstatement of the transit police. 4,000 transit police reinstated now.
Alright, so you just saw that video. And did you want to play the part where I said about the 3 murders? So guys, this year, there's been 3 murders. Thank God there was a doctor on that A train to help that conductor, because that would have been the 4th murder. And last night, yesterday, a conductor was hit with a bottle in the Bronx at the 178th Street station. Another man was punched in the face with brass knuckles at the 3rd Avenue 149th Street station. The victim was rushed to the hospital. Then we had a stabbing at the Parkchester station. Guys, this was after Governor Kathy Hochul made the announcement about the National Guard. And the police officers that we know that reach out to us have been telling us they don't want to do back searches either. They want to be out on patrol. They want to be out there making a difference and helping people. But if the elected officials are watching the show, and we're going to be taking elected officials, guys, on tours, showing them what's going on in the subway, we need to do that. Did you want to play our Fear City video? The Fear City video. Why don't we play that video? And we're going to be releasing a video coming out soon. That it's called our Fear City
Let me
video.
just say one more thing,
Sure,
and then
sure.
I'm gonna go so you can finish your show.
Sure.
I just want to end with this. This is going to take a concerted effort by riders and workers being on message together, understanding that this is about all of us. This is about all of our safety. And also bringing back the humanity and dignity to the service that transit workers provide. We're not seen as human beings. We're seen as people or objects to be beat on, spit on, yelled at, insulted, and to take the brunt of the abuse that's really directed towards the MTA, right? Those who are in control. And I just want everyone to understand that this is a very, very serious time. We cannot let this go. If we let this go, then it goes back to business as usual, and somebody's going to die, okay? And what we want to do is start to make the mayor and the governor understand that life is valuable and all lives matter. Our lives matter. Transit workers' lives matter. Riders' lives matter.
So I want to
and we need to make to make sure that that's value. I just want to say one more thing, Charleston. You are doing a wonderful job. I'm so thankful for your service. You have been keeping the torch lit while we are out here working and trying to do what it is that we have to do. You keep us at the forefront of the MTA's mind and in the press and letting people know what's happened to us. And we thank you for your advocacy and your service. So you have a good night.
Wait, hold on. So when the conductor was slashed at Rockaway Avenue, right? How come the mayor and the governor did not visit the conductor?
Because they do not value the lives of transit workers, right? Transit workers' lives do not matter to them. And because our union president, Richard Davis, does not value our lives either. Just think about something. Right now, we are full on holding the governor and everyone accountable. And the president of the union did not release a statement on behalf of the worker who was hit in the face with a bottle yesterday. It says a lot that there is not a constant cry on behalf of the workers who we are not heard oftentimes if the president of our union does not speak. That's why they're elected to be our representative. And the fact that they're not representing us is a huge problem. Right now, the rank and file workers, the people who are at their tools, they are right now raising money for our brother, not the union. Okay? You have supervisors, rank and file workers. There is one of our brothers, his name is Michael Taylor. He's actually on the executive board collecting money and donations to make sure that our brother is taken care of, while I'm out here leading the charge in the streets and making sure that our elected officials, that the governor makes sure that there is some change from within. So everybody is pulling their efforts together to work together to make sure that this problem is solved. And our union leadership is asleep again at the wheel.
Right. And
playing politics with the mayor and the governor is not. All he has to do is tell the governor what he wants to see, and it'll happen. How is it that we put out a press release, and then the very next day, the governor calls in the National Guard? That came from us, the writers and the Workers United. So if we can do that, if we can have this type of impact, how much more effective could this be in getting us our transit police reinstated if the union, the Transport Workers Union, which is the largest transport workers local in the United States of America, if they speak and say what it is, where is the international president on this?
Right.
Okay.
And guys,
you have other unions breaking protocol to send out their workers to make sure that they're standing with us in solidarity. This is just unheard of.
So there's one thing I want to say. At the press conference yesterday at the RCC, the Rail Control Center, the governor was there, the MT chairman was there, the state police person was there, the MT police had a person there. Where was the union? Why wasn't the union invited to this press conference?
Oh, the union's not there because Richie Davis is standing with the mayor, because now the mayor has egg in his face because he keeps playing politics and lying, saying that this is the city is safe, the city is safe, the city is safe. And now the governor had to step in and take control over the subway system and say that the city is not safe and that she's sending in the National Guard.
But
silences.
But why is it that the union was on Twitter? The union was on Twitter saying that they got this done yesterday. So Tremel Thompson, and guys, we got to give a shout out also to brother Tremel Thompson, because Tremel Thompson's been doing lives, he's been doing videos, and he's been put through a lot. And so I want to thank him as well. But the union actually posted on their Twitter page that, let's post this up. I don't know if you saw this, but I want everyone to see this. We're going to blast the union. And look at what it says. Right there, okay. It says, "We fought for safety when the MT did nothing to protect us. Despite attempts to blind us with stats, our firm dedication exposed the truth." Really? What did it expose?
No. Well, listen. What is going to happen, right, if the president of the union does not bring his sneakers and put them on and come and stand with the rank and file members who have voted, are now voting, and us going out without his representation is a vote of no confidence. Why can you not, for the sake of our brother who was assaulted and all MTA workers who are under constant assault, put your political agenda aside and come out and stand arm in arm with the rank and file members who are saying they are not safe? If we did not start this movement, if we did not call for the protest, if we did not start rallying, if we did not start opening our mouths, if we didn't put the word out, if we didn't start tweeting the governor, there would be no National Guard right now. There would be no governor stepping in to take over the system. This has happened because of the people have spoken. The clergy came out, okay? And the union did not show up for the clergy who came out to represent.
So I want to make
behalf
something
of workers
clear.
And community leaders.
So I want to make something very clear. So Passengers United, for the last 3 years, we were the only group going to the MTA board meetings calling for the National Guard. We were criticized. And I was even on Fox News last year saying we needed the National Guard in the subway. But what did MTA officials, what did elected officials come up to me and say? Charlton, you're nuts. You're crazy. You're spewing propaganda or some crap. Some of them try to call me a Republican. This is the type of crap that's going on, guys. And now look where we're at. Look where it took 3 lives and possibly a 4th one.
Well, I commit Evangeline and my organization, Stronger Together, my coalition of organizers and workers who we are working hard at work to transform our union and make it a better place. We commit to supporting you in your endeavors, to showing up with you. Just let us know. Sometimes you have more information than we do because, again, we're on our trains, we're working a lot of times, and we just don't actually get the alerts of when things are happening. But if you let us know where it's happening, and we're off in time and we are available, we will show up and we will support and we will make sure that we keep our issues at the forefront. This is a very, very important issue, right? If we don't change this, if we the people don't start to exercise our power, which is our vote and our voice, okay? You have to understand that you have the power. The power of the people is greater than the people in power. Yeah. And once we begin to get that fire back, that these people who are in office are only there because we voted yes. Okay? We voted for them. We put them there.
And
if they don't respect us, we can put somebody else there. So the power of the people is greater than the people in power. Your voice and your vote is your power.
But isn't there an investigation going on right now with because I know he's being sued in court. Trammell covered that, the union president. And first of all, the union president was not even elected, if I'm correct. There was no election.
No, he was appointed. Yeah, he's an appointed president. They knew he had all of these things. Everybody knew he had these things going on. Who he is no surprise to most of us, right? The reason why you don't hear much coming from the TWU Local 100 membership is because they are browbeat. Their morale is down. They don't listen to them. We have very limited power or any voice in our union. If you are someone of dissent, you are blocked from anything in the union. And so for that reason, you don't hear too much coming from the workers. We have expressed our disdain with the fact that they have not removed him until this situation is resolved, and so whether he's found innocent or guilty of what he's done. There are reports that confirm that yes, he did in fact do things to this employee and member who that was out of line and that was gender-based harassment. And instead of them removing him based off of their own trustees' finding, okay, they have gone out their way to keep him there because he's doing what it is that they want him to do. Never in the history of labor, okay, what you're seeing right now in the labor movement is disgusting. The pensions being dissolved. Right now at Local 100, we have a president that gave back the retiree medical benefits.
Yes, Aetna.
Violated the New York State paid family leave law. Instead of implementing the full law, put some maternity policy in place that still disenfranchises the membership and does not give them their full benefits as workers, further putting stress on the day-to-day worker. We are at a serious time right now in the labor movement. DC 37 just took over and put their retirees organization into receivership for funding the New York City Retirees Organization for fighting to get back their medical, okay? Because they would not stop donating to an outside organization that is fighting to keep their medical benefits available to them. They took their retiree organization into receivership. You're going to see more heavy-handed moves. In DC 37, you saw the decertification of the traffic officers, right? They decertified from their union. There's a lot going on in unions that we don't talk about. In the probation unit, they're not having elections.
I do want to add, because I know we're going to keep going at this. I don't want to, but here's something that I want the public to know.
I'll go on and on. There's so much happening in the world of organized labor.
So the elected officials, we have to understand something. They're getting money from Local 100 for their campaigns. Why haven't the elected officials come out about the crisis in the subway system? What in the hell is going on?
Well, they don't come. Listen. I just told you. The reason why the elected officials don't say anything is because they believe that the union is what's keeping them in office. But what they don't realize is they're about to get a rude awakening. Because what we're going to do is mobilize and organize the city and find candidates and run candidates to take over these seats, so that when the people speak, we have representation. Right? It cannot continue to be that unions can purchase elected officials and control them and keep them from listening and hearing from their constituents. Right? And that's the problem. They're not listening to us because Local 100 funds them. So that's the bigger issue that we have right now.
Yeah, so we've got a lot to work on, but we have to mobilize, we have to organize, and look at what happened to Tremel Thompson. He got beaten up because he was trying to help transit employees.
That was disgusting. That was a straight hit. That was a hit by the MTA and the union. That was a hit. Okay? When do you ever hear a company or organization violates its own workplace violence policy? Right? When it came to Tremel Thompson, because of his advocacy, they turned a blind eye to what happened to him, and that was a straight up hit. Okay, how can someone come into your working area while you're at work and assault you, and then you now are the one who they're saying is the aggressor? When you were where you were supposed to be at the given time, you did nothing wrong, nothing out of the normal, except show up for work that day. And the union hunted him down and broke his leg, his eye socket. Okay, they did him like they did Miss Mallory, how the ED do. The same way you saw that EDP brutally beat the station agent is the same type of attack that happened to Brother Thompson. And an injury to one is an injury to all. If they can do that to him, that message was sent to us that any one of us, it can happen to any one of us at any time. Okay? And so this is returning to the days of Hoffa, right? Where you come up missing. If you go against the union, your family can be hurt and injured. There's payoff and extortion happening all over the place. And the Department of Labor is silent. They're reading the articles, they're getting the reports, they're seeing all this what's going on, and there's no entity right now that is protecting the rank and file workers. It takes 2 months when you file a Division of Human Rights claim to hear back from them. Everything is just loaded with bureaucracy.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, Canelo Gomez was the vice president of Subways. And where was Canelo Gomez all these days? I didn't really see him on the news. So, you know, speaking of the transit
He's running
workers,
around doing meet and greets, trying to get reelected for vice president. But that's not going to happen.
So why
So
the
he's trying
passengers that are watching this, you're probably saying, why is Charlton talking about all these union issues? Because you have to understand the reason why MTA is a mess right now is because Local 100 is a mess. The transit workers have no advocacy. Local 100 is a party out of control.
I'm calling what happened to Brother Thompson a hit. There is no way possible that you show up for work, you're in your work location, and you leave out with a broken leg and a broken eye socket, okay, and are made to be the aggressor. Regardless of what anyone feels or thinks about the position that Brother Thompson makes, he did not deserve to, or not even deserve, that should have never happened to him because he's a human being. He has the right to express his opinion, even if you disagree. You cannot go into his work location and break him up, right? That went too far. And Canelo Gomez thinks that we're going to forget, but we have not forgotten, okay? We have not forgotten. I've been very busy with all of the work that I'm doing with advocating and preparing for an election. But now that we have everything, you know, mostly together, it frees me up with some time to start to walk around and educate the members and let them know who these people are from the point of view of the worker, right? And not from the point of view of those who are elected in power and just trying to keep a position, or people who are trying to play nice with the elected leadership so that they can get some release time and not have to be at their
yeah. So you brought up a very interesting point, release time. So the way TWU works for those passengers joining us, so they promote them to union delegates, they give them union positions, they put them on the e-board, and it's one big party. And then they forget about the transit workers in the field. Like the video you saw of the vice president of stations, Robert Kelly, right? He's supposed to be representing the station agents. That brother forgot where he came from. But criticize me, call me names, because I'm trying to help everyone. This is the stuff, this is what's angering me that's going on in transit right now. So we're coming up with the 9 o'clock hour. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, but I want to make something very clear to all of our viewers. So we want all the candidates running for Local 100 to come on the show, talk. Everybody's, welcome to come on here. And we're going to be doing these lives because we need to talk about what's happening behind the scenes that the passengers don't understand and they don't see. So there's a bigger thing going on, a crisis going on in New York City Transit that the media is not even talking about. But I thought we would tonight. So again, thank you so much. We'll be at the rally tomorrow, sister. We'll be there with you. And we thank you so much. Anything in closing you want to say?
Is there anything I want to say in close? All I want to say is everyone stay vigilant. Remember, your voice and your vote is your power. We'll see you tomorrow if you can make it out into Manhattan. If you can just show them the flyer one more time, closing out. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you much.
So
thank you very much again for being here.
We have the photo of the rally up there. And again, it's Friday, tomorrow, March 8th. We'll be there. And again, they're going to start at Quill Depot and then they're going to march to the governor's office. So if you can't make it to the march, just come to the governor's office. I would be at the governor's office by 4:30, 4:45. But again, we need to come together. So I understand we have more callers on the line.
We do have one more who called, and then we're going to call back.
Okay, great.
This person did try to call around 8:26.
Yeah, guys.
So this is someone. Here we go. Let's see if they pick up. If they don't pick up. Hello?
Okay,
Hello, are you there?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so yeah, guys, let's go back to the phone number because we have a lot to discuss tonight. The reason why I needed all of our passengers to understand, because you guys keep saying, why is Subway's a mess? Why is it so bad down there? Because the union is effed up. That's why it's bad down there. So our number is 929-529-2464. Call in on the lines now. And again, we need all of you to chip in. Let's read some of the comments so far.
We don't really have much that's productive.
Really?
There was one person who said this was very informative.
Very
and
informative.
then some other people who were probably not here for the reason that we were intending.
So, let's look at the comments. Let's look at these comments. And sorry guys, I'm trying to also pull it up on my end. So, oh wow, look at this crap. Yeah. Unfortunately, guys, you have people who'll come on here and they'll try to ruin things.
Well, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But if there is anyone on the live stream right now, we have, I believe the number is 16 concurrent viewers right now. If anyone does want to add anything, if they don't want to call, please feel free. And if you do want to call and really join the discussion here, we did not fire him. That's a different discussion. But if you do want to call, the number is right on the screen, 929-529-2464. So please, we are on right now, so please just call in and we will pick up.
Okay. And I'm sure Cassie is going to call because Cassie has a lot to say. James Moose, we have him, he gave a good comment. We have Bronx Broadcasting Network. Okay, that was an interesting comment. Some people made some comments about other people. Okay, so let's get back to the show, guys, because some people are shy to calls. We're trying this for the first time. It's hard to do a live show, guys, but we're going to test this out. If it works out, we'll do more of these. So again, if you work in transit, you want to give us a call, feel free to call, guys. And how many people called?
We just got Evangeline and then that one other caller who called earlier.
All right. So guys, I was at Penn Station today. I'll show them the picture of me with the National Guard.
You didn't send that over. Here, I'm going to look for it.
Yep. Should be there.
Bear with me.
So I spoke to the National Guard today. I spoke to people. It was just great being out there, talking to our police officers, seeing what they're doing. And, there's a lot of issues around the Fourth Amendment. Nobody likes their bag searched, guys, especially if other people, if you're working in a building and everyone gets searched, that's one thing. So you're the troopers that I took the picture with today, and so honored to be with them and the important role that they play in protecting our transit system. So at Passengers United, we support our police, we support our first responders, our firefighters, and they're just doing excellent work out there. Can't stress that enough. I was also on a podcast on Sunday, and let's pull that up. That podcast, and again, for those of you watching, I hope you'll join the view the podcast, like and subscribe them. Pull up the podcast, Jack.
Is there any part in particular you want me to fast forward to?
No, just show the show, and the link.
It's an hour and a half though.
Yeah, you could just show the front of it where the logo is. No, the front. The cover. You know where it says Passengers United? That. So guys, let's give I want you to give a big shout out to New York's finest, Retired and Unfiltered. I was on their show. They had me on, and they talked about subway crime. So please, guys, let's watch that show. Let's make it go viral. It was a great show about everything happening in transit, about conditions, about just things happening in real time. But a lot of you were telling me this morning y'all didn't see National Guard at your station, but you saw extra police. That's a good thing. So, as the previous caller stated, so there are issues with staffing in NYPD, and this is just a bandage effect. We don't know how long these state troopers and National Guard are going to be in the subway system. We were told it's 4 weeks to a month. Another person told me 3 months, and that's what the media was told, 3 months. So we don't know, guys. And somebody was asking us, why are they doing this? I suspect it's because of congestion pricing is coming down. And they want everyone to use the subways. They're trying to get everybody in there. So they want to create this perception that the subways are safe, but then once congestion pricing gets implemented, everything's going to go downhill. That's the feeling I have, and so I think that's going to be an issue. Do we have any callers? Nope. All right, guys, so we've been on the air. It's 9:06 now. We did have an issue at 110th Street. Why don't we push up and go to our Twitter page, and let's see what we've been doing to help people. Let's just show my responses. There's been issues going on the R train. All of you have been sending us pictures about conditions, about homeless individuals on the seats, feces on the seats, urine. That is so disgusting. And, you know, I carry a bottle of Windex with me, a small one, and I use that to wipe the seats, guys. But actually, Windex is not good for that. You got to use alcohol. There's also been reports of bed bugs on some trains. So just be cautious about that. That stuff is there. And then the other thing we're having is, you know, just be careful of the floors. Sometimes the floors are sticky. There's blood on the floors. You know, those are biohazards. And the cleaning materials that Transit's using to clean these things, they're using a cheap cleaning solution. They're not using, so the private contractors during COVID-19, what I liked about them was they had the professional stuff, like the bleach, the ammonia, the real strong stuff. And so the issue with that is now, if you're sitting somewhere and somebody defecated half an hour ago, and if the train crews mopped it up, the cleaners, but then that stuff is still in the air, you can get sick from that. That's a biohazard. Be careful when you're touching the poles as well. Can't stress it enough. And Jack has been really an integral part of this live video tonight. So we don't have any calls because I don't see anybody calling in.
Not that I'm seeing right now. I mean, this is your last chance for tonight. If you do want to join the discussion on the phone, please dial in now. The number is on the screen.
And if David or Andy, you want to call in, please. And I know Ricardo said he was going to call. Mr. Pacheco said he was going to call. What number was that? I think that was him, actually.
That was a, should we call him again?
Yeah, call him again.
All right, let's see if this does anything. Hello?
Okay, they're not there. All right, so yeah, we had a gentleman who said he was going to call today, but he never called. And I really, he works in the NYPD. I was hoping he was going to call because I wanted him to talk about, you know, the stuff that's going on.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is someone else. Hello?
Hello, Andy Pollard calling in.
Hey, Andy, how you doing?
Doing good, guys. Doing good.
So how do you feel about subway crime, Andy, right now? What do you think is going on in our city?
Well, obviously things are not going well right now. And with the whole searching the bag situation, I can confirm from independent journalists who I've heard from in the past 24 hours, they've already started yesterday at Grand Central. And just today, I find out that they're starting on the 123 line at Penn Station. So these bag searches, they're not really going to help solve the problem at hand. They're just there. This is just basically for theater. And yet the National Guard and the New York State Police, which we've been asking for help from them for many years, this is not the way to be doing it. What we need is intervention, because we have a lot of emotionally disturbed people that just need, you know, proper people to talk to. And we've also been asking for many years, where are the social workers? We don't see social workers in the system. So the crime, when you look at the numbers, it's 13% just this calendar year alone. It's up dramatically year to date from the 2023 numbers. You have the mayors saying, well, the crime is going down. No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, look how many violent incidents we've just had this month. So I just feel that nothing is really improving, and yet look what's been going on since the governor made an announcement. Felony assaults have been going up in the past 24 hours. It's crazy.
And, you know, Andy, have you ever seen something bad happen in the subways?
Oh, yes. Earlier tonight, I was commenting in the YouTube stream. I was telling everybody, you know, a couple months ago, I was coming back from an MTA meeting in person. Now, I had to get over to Penn State. I forget what month this was last year, but I specifically remember seeing late last year, I saw people on the ACE line shooting up needles. So you're definitely right about that, Jonathan. There are people who are taking drugs in the subway system. It's so disturbing.
And you also have the suicides going on, the 12-9s. It's very sad, guys. Very sad. And this is something.
Yeah, I've been through a 12-9 situation myself. I mean, it's not a fun situation to be dealing with.
And I remember when I was at 34th Street Herald Square, and that guy was trying to commit suicide. Do we have the video of that on my channel, of the guy trying to commit suicide?
How recent was that?
That was 2 years ago. And I want y'all to see this, actually. This was a scary thing. He was on the tracks. He was trying to commit suicide. No, you just scroll down. It's there. It should be there. It should be further up, actually. And I want people to see this, because this was something tragic, really. We don't have it?
Yes, I think you were bringing that up on the podcast you were on.
Yeah, I wanted people to see this. And I should have given them the video of that so they could have seen it. It's up there. It's up there.
Do you remember when you
keep going up.
It?
It's there. We'll find it, guys. We'll find it. I know it's there. Keep going up. It's there. It is. Let's see. Keep going up. It's there. Keep going.
That was Michelle Go.
Keep going. Keep going. I know it's there. Yeah, it's
it
there.
wasn't there.
It has to be there.
Because now we're up to...
Keep going up. And do we have the Fear City video? Andy, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Let's show them the Fear City video. This is the new video we're going to be releasing soon. No, it's a video that I sent you. Remember, Jack?
Well, guys, I actually do have to go right now. I had to do something at 9:15, so I just wanted to quickly chime in and give my perspective on this.
Okay, all right. So did anyone else want to call in? But let's get that Fear City video up.
I'm not sure which one you're...
The one I sent you with the crime scenes.
That's going to be tough to find.
Okay. You don't want to show that video? I sent it to you.
I'm not sure how relevant it is.
Okay, all right. So we couldn't find that video, guys, but we will be releasing that video out to the public because I want them to see that video. We have to, we have to explain to people right now that the subway system is in crisis. Anyone could be a victim. I mean, look at me. I got assaulted 3 times already. What's the odds of that happening? And was anything done to the assailants? No. The first time I got assaulted, they told me the guy has to go to the hospital. He has a mental condition. Second time, nothing was done. Third time, nothing was done. They took a police report. This is what's happening in our subway system, guys. So we wanted to test out this live. We wanted to do this with our viewers. I was hoping to get a big audience tonight, but we didn't, even though we advertised it. But we'll keep trying this. We'll try this from time to time, see how it works, guys. And again, we'll be on for another minute. Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Hello, this is Passengers United.
Hello. This is the Able Ride Paratransit Reservation System. Notifying you that.
That's a fake. That's a fraud call. Take that out. Somebody's been doing that too, guys. You get all these idiots on here. Wouldn't be surprised if a certain individual's involved in that. I think I know who it is.
Alright, let's see if we can give this person a second chance. One more chance and then we're not answering again. Hello?
Pickup from 129 Lincoln Avenue, Mineola, New York 2.
Yeah,
Flagstaff
edit. That's a fraud call. So this is what happens, guys, when you try to do these lives. There's some stupid people on here who are doing things. It's just crazy. You know, we're trying to help you guys, and this is what we get. Now I see why Tramel Thompson, when he does these lives, how hard it is to put on these lives. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all have no clue. It's hard. And now I got much respect for Tramel because Tramel, with doing these lives, there's so many things going on. And I have a technical person, and we're still like all over the place. So we're gonna get better at this. But I just want to thank all the passengers. Is that the same number?
Yeah.
Same number. We're not picking it up. All right, guys. We're not wasting time with that. All right. So this is Passengers United. We tried this live thing. We wanted to see how it would work out. And again, guys, please follow us on our Passengers United Facebook page. Communicate with us on social media. Talk to us. And all we can do is keep organizing. We hope to see all of you at the rally tomorrow and press conference. And from all of us here at Passengers United, 9/17. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for joining.